Yo, what's going on everybody? Mike here with Backpacking TV, and today we're talking about sticks. Nope, not those sticks, although they are great. We're talking about these sticks, hiking poles, baby. So hiking poles are one of those things that I've been kind of guilty of neglecting in my past. So story time. So this is Cape Inneberg. It's found in the Faroe Islands and is the tallest sea cliff in the world. We're filming an episode for our TV show, Epic Trails, and we did a segment up here. And it's one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. And it's also the reason why I'm making this video. So I've hiked plenty of steep trails in my day, but I've never found myself wishing that I had packed my hiking poles more than I did when I climbed Cape Inneberg. So this hike is insanely steep, and it's basically a goat trail. So on the way up, it's not that bad, but on the way down, it's just a straight bomb. And it was that lack of hiking poles that made me think, hey, maybe I should make a video where I inspire my past self to bring these things along. So hiking poles are one of those things that people oftentimes have a lot of questions on because they have such a huge swing in pricing. Probably one of the biggest pricing swings of all camping gear. You can get hiking poles for 20 bucks, or you can get hiking poles for well over 200 bucks. So with hiking poles, just because you buy the most expensive ones doesn't mean that you buy the best one for you. Some hiking poles are cheaper, and maybe they're a little bit heavier. And if you're somebody who needs hiking poles for just a normal day hike, you're gonna be out for a few hours on some rocky terrain, you want something to keep you upright and a little bit more stable, awesome. You might not have to spend a ton of money for that. Whereas some hiking poles are much more expensive. You might want something like this because they weigh next to nothing. And if you're an extremely weight conscious hiker and you want to lower the weight of your pack as much as possible, then it makes sense to spend a little bit of extra money on trekking poles that weigh nothing, because you might be hiking for several days without actually needing these. So why carry around that much extra weight for several days if you're only going to need them for, I don't know, maybe half an hour on the third or fourth day? So it makes sense to spend a little bit of extra money on something that's going to be very, very lightweight, so you don't have to feel it. Now, I'm no hiking pole expert. I've made it very, very clear that I don't use them even as much as I should, but it's my suggestion, as it is with most camping gear, that you buy something sort of in the middle price range. That way you can expect to at least get some bang for your buck and get some quality. You don't want to buy something super cheap that breaks immediately, and maybe you don't want to spend the money for something super lightweight when you don't really need the benefit of it being super lightweight. The difference for you is going to be whether or not you're using them frequently on small day hikes, in which case you don't need to spend a ton of money, or you're using them on very extended backpacking trips where you're willing to pay a little bit of extra money to save the weight. All right, so that's about it for this one. I just wanted to talk about the importance of hiking poles and why I think they're a good idea to have around. Maybe I prevented some of you all from slipping and falling and getting hurt, or at least embarrassing yourselves. Do you all use hiking poles? And if so, did you pay a ton of money for them? What did you get? Do you like them? Let me know down in the comments below. And also let me know if you want to see any particular piece of equipment reviewed, or maybe there's a topic you'd like me to cover, because I'm always looking for ideas. And until next time, I'm Mike with Backpacking TV, and I will catch you all later.